Hello, everybody, and welcome to Scope Center. I am your host, Polyposis. I'm here with my dear good friend of many, many years, Skip Legion. And we are welcoming you to Scope Center, where we have the annual 2020 Fellowship GI Draft. That's right. Skip, I am super excited. How about yourself?
I am as pumped as an well. I tell you what, I am glad to be here. I do want to get serious for a second, Skip. You know, there's been a lot of changes this year, and I think there's going to be a lot of asterisks listed when they look at the old endo logs and things like that at the end of the year. You know, it is 2020, and for a number that comes to mean perfect vision, there's a lot of things this year that we just couldn't see coming. But I'll tell you what I do see is I see the Fab Four coming out of Walter Reed going into the draft now, looking like one of the best classes that I've seen in years. So I'm really excited to talk about where they're going and what they've done.
Skip, I couldn't agree more. I am so excited. We have hospitals all over the nation, actually all over the world, who are excited about this coming class. They are one of the best groups I've ever seen. They are fresh, middle-aged talent, and they cannot wait to get out there and scope some butts.
That is it. I hear you. There's plenty of butts out there that you scope.
Our story begins here at my old stomping grounds in Honolulu, Hawaii, with our own Dr. Cancio. So Skip, tell me a little bit about Dr. Cancio here.
Well, Tony Cancio, also known as the Quiet Storm, is going to be heading out there to this storied program in Hawaii. And if you remember, I'm a little older than you are, you know, we had great draft picks in the past coming out of Walter Reed. You know, we had, in 2010, we had Jeff Lazek, who's now back there as chief. We've had Franklin Goldwire from 2013's class coming out, and that guy still holds the single-day poke eating record, which I don't think is going to be broken, at least not in our lifetime.
Well, they haven't seen Dr. Cancio yet, my friend, so Skip, we'll see if that record stands.
I will say, I think Cancio's more of a spam kind of sushi guy, but I don't know. Maybe wrong. Maybe
you know what? I stand corrected. He is a spam kind of guy. You're right.
That's right. But I think Cancio is going to fill some holes out there. You know, Hawaii, for as much history as they have, has kind of fallen on hard times, lean times, you know. I don't like to use the word dumpster fire lightly, but it has been thrown out there. So I think he may be the tidal wave they need to put that thing out.
I couldn't agree with you more, and I've heard you say on multiple occasions off camera that there's a good thing there's a lot of water around Hawaii because they needed to put out those dumpster fires.
That is right. Amen. Right? Amen, brother. Teach on.
Well, I think Dr. Cancio is the perfect addition there. He's going to be very happy eating spam. He is going to put that poke contest to the test. And we couldn't be happier for Dr. Cancio to go out to those stomping grounds.
All right, now we're going to go from the 50th state to the 49th on to Alaska, and our next draftee, Blair Curtis. You want to talk a little bit about Blair, Paulie?
Oh, do I? I couldn't be more excited to talk about Dr. Blair Dos Manos Curtis. He is a special fellow here in our program, and he gets to head up north in the land of the Grizzlies to start scoping with all of those people up in the cold.
Land of the Midnight Buns, right there.
That's right. You know, Skip, I was wondering the other day, do you think Grizzlies get colon cancer?
They won't now. Yeah, now that he's going up there for sure.
I couldn't agree more. I think he's going to spend his time scoping some Grizzlies.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Dos Manos looks like he would eat a salmon with Sin Manos. I'll tell you that guy. He's going to be right in his element up there in the wild.
Oh, Skip, you're rapier wit. I couldn't agree more. You know, funny little story, Skip. Do you know how he got his nickname Dos Manos?
I don't. No, teach me.
Legend goes, a long time ago, 3 years, a tech was watching this man scope and said, "That doctor scopes as if he's got Dos Manos." But you know what? Come to think about it, I think that tech was just probably practicing his Spanish, because most people do scope with two hands. Is that right?
Most of us do, unless you're showing off.
Come to think of it, that's not a very good story. That is not a compliment, Dr. Blair Curtis, but you know what? Dos Manos is a killer nickname, and I think you're going to do great up there in the land of the Grizzlies.
I think you will. Dos Manos and a big corridor.
All right, looking here, let me put my glasses on for a second here. I think next up is, oh yes, I'm very excited about this. Our next candidate here, our next draftee, is actually Dr. Zach Junga in a league I didn't even know we had, actually, in the Euro League. Skip, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, this is actually the first time I remember somebody going direct from Fellowship to the coveted Euro League. Usually this is something that a more senior guy gets picked for, somebody with a little bit of experience in the league, kind of proving himself, you know, where the rubber meets the road. So I think it's a compliment to the Zach Attack that he gets to go out there. You know, I'll tell you, this guy...
In other words, you're saying, Skip, it's not just pure dumb luck.
I don't think it's pure dumb luck.
Because I've heard you say that maybe it was just pure dumb luck. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it might be dumb luck, but not pure dumb luck. I don't know that anything associated with Dr. Jungle that I would describe as pure, including that hair
Fair enough.
going on there. So
Let's split hairs, Skip. That sounds good.
Yeah, splitting hairs is what this guy's known for. I think they've all split up like this. It looks like a pine tree that got electrocuted. But that's not really what
I
we're
couldn't
here to
agree
talk
more,
about.
Skip.
That's, what we're here to talk about is this guy's skills. I'll tell you, this cat is a ball of energy. He is like if you were eating Wheaties for breakfast, and instead of sugar, you put on meth. And instead of Wheaties, you had more meth. Basically, that's what this guy is, So he's an explosion waiting to happen, but I mean that in the most positive way possible.
Well, the EuroLeague could not be luckier to have this meth drug addict because I don't think there's going to be a colon left to scope at the end of this year.
Now he is the enemy of all things polyploid. I'll tell you what. So he's gonna do great things over there in EuroLeague for sure.
Well, speaking for Skip and myself, Dr. Junga, whatever you go by, I'm not really sure after 3 years. But we are wishing you the best, and we know you will be successful over there in Europe.
That's right. And if you're in Germany right now, welcome to the jungle. All right, last alphabetically, but certainly not least, we have Dr. Brett Sadowski, who was traded in his last year of eligibility down at Georgetown. It's a little bit of an unusual situation this year.
Yeah, certainly, Skip. I agree. And you know what? I heard off the grapevine that actually he became MVP over there very quickly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But you know what? He spends most of his time on Twitter. Did you know that?
I did know that. I'm a follower, although not a fan necessarily, but I do see it, yeah.
Yeah. So he actually is in the Twitter sphere, much like our close friend Chrissy Teigen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had her on the show last week.
Yeah. He's kind of a John Legend kind of guy. I can see that. They're linked up simpatico. You bet.
Yeah. Maybe not by looks.
Maybe not,
No.
But yeah.
Not nearly like looks.
Yeah, he's smooth like John.
Smooth.
Yeah.
But this isn't a looks contest. This is a scoping contest. Is that right? This is Scope Center, not Look Center.
Listen, Locke, he's a liver lover. Let's not forget.
That's true.
He adds a different thing to the mix than maybe some of these other guys do. So in fact, I heard Brett say to me once, if it's not in the right upper quadrant, it's in the wrong upper quadrant. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? Actually, now that comes to mind, do liver docs actually scope?
They do. We can debate like the merits of that being allowed to continue to happen in 2020, but that's still going on. Yeah, that's still going on.
There's so many nice things to say about Brett Sadowski. But the last thing I think I'll say is, what do you think Brett is short for? Is that short like Bartholomew, or is that Bart? or is it Bratowski? Is his name Bratowski Sadowski?
I think it might actually be Praetorian.
Praetorian.
Very like yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the Praetorians, only with a B.
Well, I don't think you could say anything nicer than that about Bratowski Sadowski. I think that's all with regards to our draftees today. Skip, do you have any closing remarks for us?
To all our draftees, I know we here at Scope Center just want to say thanks for the wonderful memories. It's been fantastic over these last 3 years watching you guys grow and develop. And if I had one piece of advice that I could give to you, it is this: don't touch your face.
And if I could add to that, Skip, certainly don't touch my face.
All right, and there you have it.
This is us signing off from
All
Scope
right,
Center.
Skip Legion.
And I'm Polyposis. See you next time.